Hi, this is Peri.
And this is Andrew.
And we're from Farmer Pig Productions, and we're right outside of Sundance Film Festival, where we just saw See You When I See You.
Yep, so See You When I See You is a film all about grief and trauma, processing grief and trauma. So we have a main character who, before the movie started, younger sister died. And so it's all about him and his family kind of dealing with that, managing it together, a bit of comedy, and definitely a weighty, emotional family drama.
It was heavy. It was definitely heavy. I appreciated the lighter moments because I felt like I needed them, especially in the context of a lot of just really difficult topics to handle, really focused on suicide, so certainly not for everyone to watch, but I feel like the film in general and the plot, it went along nicely, and it really made me think. It was very thought-provoking, a huge note to family and community and how that really helps people get through tough times. And so I appreciated that. I think the lead actors were very nice, and the funny moments were quite funny.
Yeah, I agree, though I didn't find the comedy to be as unique as some of the movies that we've seen this week. I think the audience really liked it. It was a quite full house, and people were laughing. I thought it was good, but I was not that impressed by the comedy. It felt more like a kind of classic modern TV or movie comedy in terms of the jokes and the setup. It was all straightforward stuff, and overall that kind of predictability felt a little bit less unique and artistic than a lot of movies we've seen this week. So the comedy didn't do it as much for me, but it certainly had its funny moments, and I mean, those comedy tropes are classics for a reason, and they work well. So I don't fault it too much, but it didn't feel as distinct comedy as some other stuff we've seen.
I find the Duchovny brothers so funny, and so that comedy was really funny to me.
Yep.
And obviously they created this film as well, and so there was just a lot of that energy in it, and I appreciated that. That was really cool.
Right, director was Jay Duplass, who has had a bunch of movies at Sundance. Brother Mark Duplass is a legendary comedy actor, has been in tons of shows and movies that many of which that we enjoy, like The League and The Morning Show.
Right.
So it was very cool to see Jay Duplass's film here. Yes. Okay. So what are your final thoughts?
I feel like if you're ready for something heavy but also has some light, hopeful moments, and it ends with some hope, which is definitely nice, I would recommend this film for sure.
Yeah, and overall I wasn't as impressed with it because it did feel a little bit more predictable of a plot arc and a bit more generic and less unique than some of the other movies we've seen this week. I do think its strength is it does a great job of putting you in the shoes of someone that is dealing with trauma, that's struggling with the loss, and kind of being able to go on about your days and be okay after a huge loss and some serious trauma and PTSD. So I thought that was the best element, and it did a really nice job of giving you his perspective. But outside of that, the plot arc was very predictable, and like I said, the comedy was not, I thought, the best. So overall, a decent movie, but I also think many audiences are going to like it as a balance of some light, fun, easy to digest fare with some really heavy themes and some serious, important, emotional topics tackled.
Right.
So that is See You When I See You.
Well, go check it out.